Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. On each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went above and beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. For the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, law firms, and their clients. So let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Roseann Torres. She specializes in personal injury from the Torres Law Group in Oakland, California. And welcome, Roseann.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. So apparently you are in a place that really looks like a courthouse, and I'm assuming it's not just a set.
It is the Wiley Manual Courthouse in downtown Oakland. That's correct.
There you go. So, Roseann, tell us how you came to be a lawyer.
It was a very interesting situation that I had finished undergrad at SF State. I studied business and I was working. I was making money. I was taking mom on vacation, enjoying a little fun in San Francisco. And I heard an experience from a woman who was selected to be the president of the State Bar of California. And I heard her speak about her job as a prosecutor and applying for the role of president for the whole state because her boss, the district attorney at that time, encouraged her. And she was a young Black woman, very young, in fact, when I think about it now, in her early 30s. And hearing her talk about her career, her profession, and being the first to go to college, and then having this mentor tell her, go for it, be the president of all these lawyers in the state. And so I asked her to lunch, and after we had lunch, I got the LSAT books and I started studying. And I don't really know what was so appealing other than she kept reiterating, being a lawyer is always very mentally challenging. And I was in business and I was making good money, but I found being in sales so easy. It was so natural that I needed a more stimulating challenge. And now I have it.
So almost be careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
So tell us one story that you can think of that you want to relate to people that resonates with you personally as an attorney, as a human being, and that other clients that you have had or will have would gain some insight about you with.
So I am a personal injury attorney, and my firm has been around 17 years. However, I was a prosecutor before. I was a government attorney because I was a mommy. I had just had a baby, passed the bar 3 months later, and I wanted that 40-hour work week. So I was a prosecutor. I went criminal defense when I realized I wanted to have flexibility with my baby. I wanted to make more money, and I wanted to have the ability to use my Spanish skills. I'm bilingual, fluent in Spanish. And I help personal injury attorneys, thousands of them now, because it's been so many years, get the relief, the finances to pay for their medical treatment. And when I thought about a case that stood out, it's strange because I'm standing in Wiley Manual, which is a criminal court. And when I went criminal defense, I also did personal injury, but I kind of split my time. Now I just do personal injury. And the case that sticks out happened in this building. And it's more about the ethics as a lawyer. It's more about bringing to work a sense of purpose, justice, diligence, and listening to people who are very different. I had a client who was selling weed, selling marijuana. It was not yet legal in California. And he had a baby that was under 1 year old. And he had gone to a birthday party across the street from his house in East Oakland, a very poor neighborhood. A lot of blight, a lot of homeless, a lot of drug addiction in that neighborhood. But so this was a poor family. And this young man went to this party. And unfortunately, they had an accident the next morning. There was a boy with his father taking down a bouncy house. And while taking down this bouncy house thing, a man walked up to this little boy and handed him a firecracker. He told him, light it. Here's a lighter. Light it. And he lit it and it blew off his hand and wrist. So my client was charged with mayhem, and the man who did that blamed my client. And the people in the neighborhood were so scared of him that they didn't speak to the police, which is common in Oakland. They didn't step up and say it wasn't my client. And it turned out my client was telling the truth when I interviewed him at the jail. And he said, I wasn't there. I live across the street. Yes. I went to the party last night. Yes. But I wasn't there. I didn't have a firecracker. And my investigator and I, we were able to track all of his steps on Sunday morning, the day after the party. And he, in fact, was afraid to tell us that he went to check out a weed farm in upstate of California, towards Eureka. And he said, I went to check out this guy's weed farm to buy drugs. And I sell drugs, obviously. And that's how I support my 1-year-old baby. And we were able to find the video camera at a 76 station. Very difficult. Owner did not want to cooperate with my investigator. My investigator had to go 4 hours out of Oakland. And we finally got this video that showed my client walking in and out of the gas station with a hat on with a big weed symbol, right? Marijuana plant. And we believed him. We listened to him. We didn't look at that he's poor. We didn't look at the fact he's selling drugs. We didn't judge him at all. He had dropped out of high school. I didn't judge him at all. He was a human being. He was telling me the truth. I finally determined. So we got the video to the district attorney. I came to this court repeatedly, and she was refusing to do the right thing. And the right thing was let him out. He did not give that boy the firecracker and cause him to lose his arm. And he could have gone to jail for prison without parole, LWOP, they call it, life without parole. And we got him out, but it took 5 months. And I think about that case because I always listen to my clients. I don't take the police's word over another human being. They're just another human being. And so when I do my work in personal injury, same thing. My client tells me they have pain. My client tells me their neck or back hurts. I want to make sure they go to the right doctor that listens to them, that will look them in the eye and not just see them as another number, because this is the hard work of being a personal injury attorney as well. My clients are working class. My clients are not English speakers. Oftentimes they're monolingual Spanish speakers. We're in California. 40% of the people are Latino here. So being able to really look at someone and believe them, listen to them, and be a human being making a life-to-life connection is extremely critical in this work, right? So I won't say that as a criminal defense attorney, most of my clients hadn't done something wrong and illegal and criminal, but every now and then a client was innocent, and we have to treat them all with equal respect. So I feel really proud of that.
And out of 100 attorneys that might have been presented the same case, how many would treat them with the same process and lack of judgment as you would?
It's hard to say because I used to sit in this criminal court back when I did criminal, and I stopped 8 years ago. My husband's now 100% criminal defense lawyer doing what I did ethically. I would watch public defenders berate their client. And I would think, you're a public defender and your $140,000 salary is putting your kids through college. Treat that person with respect. Instead, I would hear them say derogatory things about their client while they were interviewing them in the back room where the inmates are housed. And it really always made me kind of sick to think that you could make your living, your retirement, and think of those people as animals, because that's what this one public defender was intimating, that his clients were like animals. And I just felt really disgusted. So I don't know what percent of 100, but it was pretty disgusting to see how people treat other human beings.
Well, I think first off, you deserve a tremendous amount of credit for taking that extra step. And, you know, this podcast is about those attorneys that do go that extra mile, so that people can get in touch with you. Roseann, could you share either a phone number, give it to us twice, or whatever method you'd like?
Absolutely, Andrew. We have an 800 number, which is 1-800-601-3385. 1-800-601-3385.
Got it. And they can find you on social media, or do you have a web address?
We do. We have a web, which is www.torreslawoffices.com. And they can find me on Facebook, Torres Law Group. Torres Law Group was taken on the web, unfortunately, in Arizona. But Torres Law Group on Facebook and Torres Law Group Espanol on Facebook. And we're also now on TikTok, Torres Law Group. We beat them, the Arizona firm. And we're also on Insta.
Got it. Roseann, what a terrific story you gave us, and what a fabulous participant of your community. And it's just, I'm sure your parents are proud.
Thank you. They are very
Yeah.
proud. I'm an only child, so I had to do right by them.
That's great, and you certainly did. So let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. My guest today was Roseann Torres. She specializes in personal injury from the Torres Law Group in Oakland, California. Again, my name is Andrew Samalin. If anyone, again, principal of Samalin Wealth, and if there are any other attorneys that you think are appropriate, please reach out to us at info@Samalin Wealth. Roseann, thank you again, and have a wonderful day.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I just won, so I'm going to have a really great day.
Awesome, terrific.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations.